That's all I have, sir.
Cousin. Too many Toms and Tims. Next we go to meeting and trustee reports. Phil Johnson.
Yes, the Planning and Development Committee met and we had one ordinance, 15-12, a zoning amendment from R1 to CC at 622 Pershing Avenue. And it'll come before the board on May 21st.
Thank you, Phil. Next we go to committee reports from Tom Hill from A&M.
Thank you, Your Honor. This evening's A&F meeting, we move forward 3 resolutions. 2 of those will be moved forward for board action tonight due to time constraints, and the other one will go to the board on the May 21st meeting.
Thank you, Tom. Next, we have nothing under old business. Next we go to new business, resolution 36-R-12, Class A liquor license, BKBV, Tom Hill.
Thank you, Your Honor. At this time, I would like to introduce Resolution 36R12. This is a resolution that grants the Class A liquor license to Betty's. Whereas Betty's Incorporated has made application for a Class A liquor license for its establishment located at 10125 North 2nd Street. And whereas a Class A liquor license provides for full on-premise consumption and retail carryout in original packages only. Whereas the Liquor Control Commission, having heard and examined the evidence introduced at its meeting on May 7th, 2012, has approved the application. Now therefore be it resolved by the President and the Board of Trustees of the Village of Machesney Park that by the adoption of this resolution, the Village Board authorizes the application of Betty's Incorporated for a Class A liquor license at 10125 North 2nd Street, Village of Machesney Park. Further, the village clerk shall attest the same after the signature of the village president.
Second.
Motion made, motion seconded. Is there any discussion? Will the clerk please take the roll?
Trustee Tammon.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Gentry.
Aye.
Yo.
Aye.
Beck.
Aye.
Boland.
Aye.
Mayor Strickland.
Aye.
7 ayes, no nays.
Resolution 36-R-12 has been adopted. Resolution 37-R-12, Laserfish lease agreement, trustee Hill.
Thank you, Your Honor. At this time, I would like to introduce Resolution 37R12. This is a resolution that authorizes Laserfish lease agreement. Whereas the Village of Machesney Park has research and document management software, and whereas the Laserfish product offered by the Gordon Flesh Company Incorporated provides the best fit of products and services for the village at this time, and whereas the Administration and Finance Committee has reviewed and recommended the same, now therefore be it resolved by the President and Board of Trustees of the Village of Machesney Park. By the adoption of this resolution, the village administrator is authorized to enter into a 60-month lease agreement and endorse any and all applicable documents as deemed necessary with the Gordon Flesh Company to implement documentation management services. Further, the village clerk shall attest the same after the signature of the village president.
Motion made, motion seconded. Is there any discussion? Will the clerk please take the roll?
Trustee Johnson.
Aye.
Gentry.
Aye.
Yo.
Aye.
Beck.
Aye.
Boland.
Aye.
Tammon.
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays.
Resolution 37-R-12 has been adopted. Resolution 39-R-12, purchase hot mix asphalt paving, trustee Hill.
Thank you, Your Honor. At this time, I would like to introduce Resolution 39R12. This is a resolution that authorizes the purchase of hot mix asphalt paving for the storage shed. Whereas the Village of Machesney Park needs to provide paving for the salt dome structure being constructed, and whereas the Village of Machesney Park has received and reviewed 5 quotes from contractors for hot mix asphalt paving services, and whereas a 2/3 vote of the corporate authority is required to award a purchase of in excess of $20,000 without advertising for bids, and whereas the Administration and Finance Committee has reviewed and recommended the purchase, now therefore be it resolved by the President and the Board of Trustees of the Village of Machesney Park by the adoption of this resolution. The Village President and Board of Trustees waives the bid process and authorizes the purchase of hot mix asphalt paving services from Norwest Blacktop for the amount of $73.85 per ton and not to exceed a total of $30,000. Further, the village clerk shall attest to the same Resolution 42R12. This is a resolution supporting amendments to the Illinois County's Code that will allow the County of Winnebago to impose a hotel tax of up to 2% in the County of Winnebago to provide funding for recommended investments in the Reclaiming First initiative to enhance amateur sports tournaments and recreation venues in the cities of North Park, Rockford, and other municipalities within Winnebago County. Whereas amateur sports and recreation activities lead to clear, ascertainable improvement in the health, welfare, and quality of life in the community, and whereas our region, defined by Winnebago County, has been a leader in amateur sports tourism for over 3 decades, providing amateur sports facilities for hosting amateur sports tournaments, and whereas sports and recreation tourism is an essential component of our region's economy, attracting tens of thousands of tourists to the region each year. Now therefore be it resolved by the President and Board of Trustees of the Village of Machesney Park that 1, the above recitals are hereby incorporated into this resolution as fully stated herein. 2, that the Village President and Board of Trustees of the Village of Machesney Park support investment in the region's amateur sports tournament facilities and recreation venues decided to enhance the economic benefit of our region derived from amateur sports and recreation, tourism, and improve health, welfare, and quality of life of its citizens. 3, that the President and Board of Trustees of the Village of Machesney Park support the passage of legislation by the Illinois General Assembly empowering the County of Winnebago with approval of the local governments representing a minimum of 67% of the county's population located within incorporated areas to impose up to a 2% tax upon hotel rooms in the County of Winnebago for the limited purpose of investing in the improvement of the region's county amateur sports tournament